In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the best snowman of all time, at least in my opinion, Olaf. Now, I'm sure most of you probably are familiar with Olaf, but if you're not, or anyone in the future who hasn't seen Frozen, let me tell you something about this incredible, funny, sweet, big-hearted snowman. Now, Olaf appears in the second most incredible movie of all time, in my opinion, Frozen. Now, Olaf first was built by Anna and Elsa when they were little, and then several years later, Elsa built Olaf again once she leaves her kingdom the night of her coronation when everyone finds out about her powers. She built Olaf, and there's even a short, and I think there's even a story too that talks, where Olaf talks about how he got his name and everything. But I think the short, which I think is called Once Upon a Snowman, reveals that, because it's actually interesting, because according to what I remember from seeing from that short, Olaf must have some memories of Anna and Elsa, because if I remember right, he remembered Anna calling him Olaf when she was little. So I'm guessing maybe he had some memories of them when they were little. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen that, but yeah. So Once Upon a Snowman shows from the moment Elsa builds him to right up to when he bumps into Anna, Kristoff, and Sven. And that is so funny. I love that part when he walks up to Anna and he starts talking and she screams and kicks his head off. That is so funny. And then Olaf introduces himself and Anna remembers him, and Olaf must have had some memories of Anna and Elsa when they were little, because when Anna asked if Elsa built him, he said yeah. So yeah, he must have some memories of Anna and Elsa. Although it's weird, because he did ask Anna who she was, but yet he knew Elsa. So that is weird. But maybe he had more of a memory of Elsa since she built him. And so yeah, maybe he didn't really have any memories of Anna. But anyway, so Olaf tells Anna that Elsa built him, and he knows where she is, according to him. So he leads the way to Elsa, and he leads them to her ice palace. And then when Elsa freezes Anna's heart, Kristoff takes her to the trolls, and then they go, thinking that Hans is Anna's true love, they go to find him, and there's even a part where Olaf says, "Let's go kiss Hans." And he's like, "Wait, who's Hans?" It is so funny. And then, after it's revealed that Hans is the villain of Frozen, Olaf finds Anna, and he built this fire, which, it's actually really weird, because it's revealed once Anna and Kristoff meet Olaf that he wants to be in summer, and apparently he doesn't know that he'll melt. And so, yeah, it's kind of strange how he knew how to build a fire. Because one, if he already knew how to build a fire, why didn't he just do that before? I mean, I guess it probably wouldn't have really worked because of all the winter, but, the cold air blowing, I guess, but I don't know, I kind of wonder why he didn't try and make a fire sooner, and how he even knew how to make one to begin with. But anyway, it's actually a good thing he didn't try and make one before. So anyway, he builds a fire and helps Anna towards the fire, and Anna finally reveals to him that he can't stay there, that he'll melt, and since Anna's in terrible shape, he says that he's not leaving her. And he even helps her to realize that Kristoff loves her, and he helps her to get to him. But he eventually blows away, and it's just Anna, and of course Anna sees that Hans is about to kill Elsa, so she, of course, saves her sister. And then Olaf and Kristoff and Sven and Elsa see Anna completely frozen. But then when Anna starts to thaw, Olaf is the first one that notices this. And once Anna is thawed, he's also the one that helps Elsa to realize that love was the key to controlling her powers, which I don't think anyone's actually ever really given him credit for that, because I remember that there's this book of Frozen that says that Anna was the one that helped Elsa to realize that, which she was, but she didn't realize that until Olaf said something. So yeah, I think Olaf should probably be getting credit for that. But anyway, so yeah, Elsa unthaws the kingdom, Olaf starts to melt, and then Elsa gives him this little snow flurry. And yeah, that's it for the first Frozen movie, but that's not it for Olaf himself. Because there are other stories, of course, that take place after the first Frozen movie, where, Olaf is in those. And also in Frozen Fever, when Elsa has a cold, and when she sneezes, these little snowmen pop up, and Olaf calls them his little brothers. And there's even this cute part in Frozen Fever where he's hugging a couple of them. It's so cute. Oh, and there's also, at the beginning of Frozen Fever, there's this one part where Elsa catches Olaf eating Anna's cake. And he's like, I'm not eating it. She's like, Olaf, that's for Anna. It's like, okay. And then he spits out the piece of cake that was in his mouth and shoves it back in the cake. Trust me, it's not as disgusting as it sounds. It's actually hilarious. It's hilarious. But it's actually weird that he was able to eat the cake. I mean, sure, it's revealed to be an ice cream cake, but in Olaf's Frozen Adventure, which is a Christmas special of Frozen, when he eats this fruitcake, it goes right through him. I guess, since he's a snowman, he doesn't have a stomach, so yeah, I guess that's how that worked. But it's kind of interesting how he was able to eat. Well, he didn't actually eat the cake, because again, he spits it out and shoves it back in. So yeah, but I wonder if that would have spilled out of him, since he's made of snow and doesn't have a stomach, obviously. Which is gross, but hey, that's what happens. But anyway, so yeah, Olaf thinks of the little, as they call them, Snow G's, as his little brothers. And I think he refers to Marshmallow as his big brother, because he's very big. Because, actually, technically, Olaf would be, the big brother to Marshmallow and the Snow G's, since he was, created first. But I guess since Marshmallow's big, it would make sense to call him Olaf's big brother, because he's big, very big. So anyway, now in Olaf's Frozen Adventure, Olaf wants to find a holiday tradition for Anna and Elsa, because they don't have one because of all those years of being torn apart from each other. Their families were never together, I guess, at that point during their life. And Olaf wants to find them a tradition, so Olaf and Sven go around the kingdom looking for traditions. So he asks everyone what they do for Christmas, and he picks up all these different kinds of holidays, things that people do for Christmas. And again, the fruitcake is one of them. Apparently, one of the people in Arendelle make fruitcakes for Christmas. Like I said, Olaf tries to eat it, and it ends up going right through him, literally. Which, again, he's made of snow, so no wonder. So anyway, he takes the traditions back to Anna and Elsa, but things go wrong, and he ends up losing everything, even the fruitcake. Which the fruitcake is actually the only thing that he had left, but a hawk takes it, and he's left with nothing. So Sven goes back to the castle trying to warn Kristoff about Olaf's disappearance, and oddly enough, Anna and Elsa are the ones that understand him when Kristoff's supposed to be the one that understands him. So anyway, Olaf is lost in the woods, and he is sad that he didn't find any traditions for Anna and Elsa. And meanwhile, Anna and Elsa are gathering everyone in town to look for Olaf. And they eventually find Olaf and are relieved to have found him. And then he explains everything to them, which by this time, Anna and Elsa had both realized that they actually did have a tradition, which, believe it or not, was Olaf. Because down through the years, Anna had made Olaf-themed presents for Elsa down through the years. So Olaf was actually their tradition. And then at the very end of Olaf's first adventure, the hawk drops the fruitcake, and Olaf's like, "It's a Christmas miracle." And I'm like, him and that fruitcake. I even seen that there's a plush of him with him holding the fruitcake, and I'm like, him and that fruitcake. So yeah, that was funny. Now, in Frozen 2, Olaf doesn't have the little snow flurry anymore. Elsa's magic is powerful enough to permanently freeze him, which is really interesting that Elsa's powers are that strong. Although she did cause an eternal winter, so I guess if she can do that, then she can, cause Olaf to be permanently frozen. And I guess, if she wanted to, I guess she could take that away, but of course she wouldn't do that for Olaf. I'm just saying, since she was also able to undo the permanent winter in the kingdom, I guess she could undo but again, she wouldn't obviously do that to Olaf. But yeah, that's really interesting that she could, permanently freeze him, make him permanently frozen. That's really cool. So anyway, yeah, in Frozen 2, Olaf really is, to me, he acts strange. He's, supposedly supposed to be more grown up and all, but clearly he's still Olaf, because there's some scenes in the movie where he's clearly still Olaf. I guess Olaf will always be Olaf, even if he's 100 years old. Which, is a good thing, because that, lovableness is what, people love about Olaf. And I actually heard that, the reason Elsa built him in the first place is, because he was so special to her, and, had such a big part of her childhood, and this was also revealed in Olaf's Frozen Adventure. Because he was their tradition, their Christmas tradition. That's really something, how he was looking for a tradition for them when he was actually the tradition. The tradition was right under their noses the whole time. Especially Olaf's. But anyway, now something really sad that I really don't like about Frozen 2 is when Elsa, goes to that place that's supposed to reveal stuff about the past, and she finds out about that her grandfather had actually tricked the people that live in this enchanted forest. And when she goes too far, she freezes just like Anna did, and since she's gone, Olaf sadly fades away too, which is something that I absolutely did not like in Frozen 2. But thankfully, Elsa, she thawed, and Olaf came back eventually as well. And there's even a part at the end of Frozen 2 that shows Marshmallow and the Snow Geese. And it's actually interesting because I remember thinking, wait, but if Olaf faded away, what about the Ice Palace and the Snow Geese and Marshmallow? But the end of Frozen 2 answered that question. So apparently they are alright as well. Which is good to know. But yeah, so as of now, that's really it, until we get Frozen 3 or get something else. And who knows, we might even get like a short or something about Anna and Kristoff's wedding. You know, kind of like that Tangled Ever After thing. It might do something like that with Anna and Kristoff's wedding. That would be really, really cool. And since Frozen 3 is still probably many years away, I'm thinking that we might get a couple shorts for Frozen. I mean, while we were waiting for Frozen 2, we got Frozen Fever and Olaf's Frozen Adventure. So we might get, something else. A couple shorts or something. If so, I hope one of them is about Olaf. Because that would be so funny. Olaf is absolutely hilarious. There's even these little shorts on Disney Plus where he reenacts different stories from Disney, like Little Mermaid, Tangled. He even does The Lion King. It is absolutely hilarious. And it's really strange that one of the characters from one of my favorite movies is reenacting scenes and pretending to be other characters from one of my other favorite movies. Because The Lion King and Frozen are my favorite movies, so to see Olaf doing that is absolutely hilarious and interesting. It was so funny. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with Frozen in the future. I really hope Frozen 3 is going to be good. And I'm also hoping that maybe eventually we'll get more stuff with Olaf. But who knows? I mean, there's really a whole list of things that could happen in just Frozen 3, let alone, shorts and other things that they could do with Frozen. Other things that could happen. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but yes, Olaf is absolutely the best snowman ever. I think he's even better than Frosty in a way. I mean, not that Frosty's, Frosty's fine, but Olaf's the best in my opinion. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see what adventures Olaf has next. Bye!